Hey there, Taurus Sun, Taurus Moon, Taurus Rising. Welcome to the new moon eclipse in a Libra reading for you. That new moon is happening on October 14th or 15th, depending where you are in the world. Here in the United States, it happens at 1:55 p.m. Eastern Time Zone on the 14th. Wow. Okay. Woo. All right, so you have here, so we also have this portal energy that we're in the middle of. It's the 1010 gateway, October 10th, right? And it runs from about the 1st of October till about the 20th. It's this big, huge portal that we experience every year, but this year it's amplified with this new moon eclipse, which is about clearing stuff out in order to create space to bring something in. You're in this period of integration that you have entered. It says the North Node has moved into Aries, but you, in 2 weeks, you get another full moon eclipse in your sign. And so this is eclipse season is highly potent for you, Taurus. You got a lot going on with it. There's a lot of that final, okay, I'm letting that go so I can really integrate what's new and what's next, right? And you have here our twin soul, our twin sun. So every star has a twin, and the sun is a star, and its twin is Sirius, and you have the Sirius energy coming through. Those pyramids in Egypt are to communicate with that energy. They sit during the 8-8 gateway. They sit right there between the sun and the twin of Sirius, and so it says yes. Proceed, be seen, push through. And so there is something that you have been contemplating, but that push through, right? It's that it is the final push through. These two eclipses back to back like this are really going to help you to really push through the final stages of something to get to the what's new, what's next for you. And you have your soul star activation. And so there we have the Merkaba of Metatron's energy. We have the sun god Ra there. And so yes, look at this. I mean, you have the twin suns that they move around each other. It creates this nice flow of energy, and it says fulfilling your soul contracts and remembering who you are. And for some of you, fulfilling your soul contracts means that you are completing an aspect of them because you're coming home to yourself. So there are some major cycles where you have to put an end to that cycle so that you can remember your own divinity, who you are, what you came here to do, what your purpose is. This is beautiful energy. That Merkaba right there is in this like a tornado of the violet flame energy. So the violet flame is great energy to work with. It helps to move, to release, to transmute. Thank you. To transmute the lower vibrational energies and turn them into the light. And oh wow, God. All right, I'm gonna just focus on these cards for a second here. Oh, okay. Wow. All right. This is a very powerful reading. The readings today. Okay, so here we go. The key to your situation is movement forward. This is a ship. Okay, so it's an air sign, Libra, ruled by Venus, just as you are, that is having this eclipse, right? And so I feel like this wind is filling your sails, and it's allowing you to really flow forward. The overall energy is the strategy of it. It's weird. It sounds like there's an ice cream truck here, and trust me, we don't need an ice cream truck today. It's freaking stupid cold. Okay, so, all right. This violet flame of burning up, of transmuting the lower vibrational energies to allow the healing, to allow the diamond light to come in is super important, because here we have the lilies and how do you transform the situation, and these are the cards of healing. These are the cards of healing. Sometimes they're considered a card of sexuality, and it could be that you're healing a relationship with a significant other, but there's still, so that would be coming through choosing to what maybe you are releasing is anger and resentment over something, and allowing for a clean slate for something new to develop, right? Because here we have the snake, but this is so Adam and Eve energy on the snake. He's about to take a bite out of the apple of wisdom, and that is the action to take. And so wisdom is when we take our knowledge, the things that we know, we combine it with the experiences that we've had in life that distills into wisdom. And so there is something, you're about to learn something new. It could be that you're receiving some kind of new information that puts everything into perspective, and it allows you to release and let go of, to set yourself free from a situation, whether it is setting yourself free from being in a job you don't like, or a living situation you don't like, or a career situation you don't like, or a relationship you don't like, or it could be in your ability there to set yourself free from the negative energy that you hold around it, the anger, the resentment, and saying, you know what, this person, this job, this whatever is more important to me than the crap that happened. And I'm going to forgive, and I am going to release that energy. I'm going to wipe that slate clean, because it is an eclipse. It's a new moon eclipse. So a new moon eclipse is always about clearing space so something new could come in. A full moon eclipse, what you're having in 2 weeks in your sign, is about the big final release, letting go. It is a very potent energy that is coming out. But this week we had Pluto station direct, and that trines your sign. And it actually trines Uranus in your sign. And so there is this explosion of energy, and unfortunately we've seen what happened with that. But that is happening on the world stage, but it is also happening within our own lives. And so there's a need to figure out what it is. So you have been struggling to lift the anchor up. Because here we have the anchor in the mountain card, but the key to the situation is to set the ship free, right? And so this would be pulling up anchor on something that has been weighing you down. This is you letting it go, whatever that is. And so you're in the transition. There is a transition. This is the card of the bridges. So this Lenormand deck by Ciro Marchetti has some bonus cards in it, and you have a couple of them that showed up here, and this is one of them. And so it's the bridges. You're in between. You're moving from one phase to another. And it is the integration process. When the North Node moves beyond your sign into the next sign, which in this case is Aries. Always it's Aries. That is for you. It's always Aries is the next sign. It is the integration period. And so for the next year and a half, there's a lot of bridge energy for you in general. It'll be moving from this to that, whatever that is. But these eclipses are setting up to, I don't know, get you out onto the path, get you moving, the bridge is between two spaces, right? And so let's just say you are over on this space. These eclipses are going to get you out onto the bridge, move you into this phase of moving things forward. And in about a year and a half, you'll be stepping off the bridge on the other side into this other situation, this energy that's more in alignment with what your soul calling is, right? And so this has been a real struggle in the heart space. Something in the heart space has really been draining your energy. And so there is an emotional tie that is creating this anchoring situation here, especially because there seems to be a need to really heal something. So it's in the heart space. So there is a great disappointment that needs to be healed. It can be healed through kindness, compassion, and forgiveness, or it can be healed through kindness and letting go and moving on, right? To really heal it, you gotta keep the kindness in the process. If you create more negative energy by being vindictive, then that, while you may physically move on, that energetic cord remains. And so in order to really allow yourself to be free and the other situation to be free, it's not storming out of the job, take this job and shove it kind of attitude, right? It's your 2 week notice, whatever, right? It's doing it in a way that is respectful of all parties involved. So in the area of resources, you are into the weeds of it, man. Okay, so here we have the magnifying glass. Resources, time, money, knowledge, wisdom, skills and capabilities, whatever it is that you have, that's in some way marketable, right? And so you have the magnifying glass. This tells me you are going over all of the details, right? You have the overall energy of strategy, and in the area of resources, you have this. And so if there are contracts involved, a new lease, a new contract, divorce papers, dissolution of business, anything that it feels legal. To be honest, what this is feels like it's legal. Whether it's bank statements or credit card statements or something, there's something where maybe you're going to teach a new class, or you're going to whatever it is. There is a need to really get into the details, the finer points of it, and create a strategy that is definitely going to serve the greater good. I want to say serve the greater good. I thought that's not what we were going to say, but that is what came out. So I'm just double checking. Okay, so this isn't necessarily about what is totally best for your bottom line, but what is best for the greater good. Wow, just something to keep in mind there. In your heart, you have your heart under lock and key right now. I don't always get this energy. I get this card sometimes in this spot. That's not what I get. Okay, so when you have the heart card here in what's draining your energy, and here in the heart space, you have the book of secrets. It's like a bunch of diaries stacked up, and this one has the key in it, but it's not open. Either you're really playing things close to the chest there. I should say vest, but dude, I couldn't help chest. It just came out. I need to know something. Hold on. I'm trying to figure out, do you need to open this book? Okay. So that's where the healing happens. All right. So there is some kind of a heartfelt secret that you're keeping about somehow, for some reason, you've like closed yourself up to protect your heart. And there's a need to express, at least to yourself, what your truth is, right? I don't really see here where you're really putting it out there in the world. I think this is really about communicating with yourself about what do you really feel? So it's not about shutting your emotions down, right? And it's definitely about taking action. So what's interesting here, and I'm going to have to look at something because I don't want to get this wrong, but this guy here in the outcome, this male energy of taking action, he looks very bold and confident. If you look at his face, he also looks angry, and around his neck, he is carrying the symbol for Mars. And at the time of this eclipse, Mars has moved into Scorpio, and he's at 1 degree of Scorpio, but he's still squaring Pluto, which is trining your sign, trining Uranus. And so that same energy it was an exact, it's 6:35 a.m. Israel time, Tel Aviv time. On Saturday, they were an exact square. But Mars was in Libra. Now Mars has moved on into Scorpio, but it's at home in Scorpio, which really amplifies its power. And Pluto rules Scorpio. The Scorpio energy opposes your sign. And so there is a real, if you're going to heal the situation, there is going to need to be a real conversation that you have with yourself first and perhaps with someone else, right? Because this is the sharing of wisdom and knowledge. The snake is here, right? Because the snake said to Eve, if you eat this apple, you'll know things. And she took it and she shared the apple then with Adam so that he also knew things. And so I almost feel like there's secrets being revealed, but I think you know the secret already, but you need to share it. But for some reason, you look angry about it, or someone else is angry about it. And that's why that strategy card maybe is there. Let me just see what else we have going on here. So you have the perfection of your life, which is magnificent. The perfection of your life. This is the things that have been out of alignment are going to be in Libra season, things coming back into balance. You have the card of heaven sent. So your spirit guide team has you. But what's really fascinating is this. Oh, so that's number 33, which is the Empress number. And you have number 44, which is the angel, the archangel number. This card here, we have the wisdom. There's a lot of wisdom in it. We have the wisdom of Hera. She sees everything because the peacock's here. We have the owl of wisdom. And we have the wise woman energy, right? There's a lot of wisdom, very intuitive. And again, what is wisdom? It is knowledge plus experience equals wisdom. Allows you to create the strategy. This one says visions of life beyond death. You have these two major eclipses coming up. And so to me, what this says, and it feels divinely guided when we have heaven sent and we have the perfection of your life. Okay? And so this is the moment, the soul star activation, where you're going to step into something that is going to change your future, but it puts you in alignment with what your soul purpose was in the first place when you got here. So this visions of life beyond death, what this says to me is that there is an ending, right? We have two eclipses, one that's ruled by Venus and the other one that's in your sign also ruled by Venus, so it's around the heart energy. But this is totally something needs to be released and let go. Big. Enough to have these two back to back, like boom, boom, boom. Right? Well, that was 3 booms, but whatever. But the vision of life beyond death. Your ability to see the strategy of what this is the knowledge. When I take this action, and there's a lot of determination to take this action in this guy's face here. When I take this action, I already know what the most likely outcome eventually will be. And it does look like it might be a bit of a rough ride till you get there. Whatever this is, it's not for the faint of heart, that's for sure. So all I'm feeling is really determined and clear-eyed and calm. Really calm and settled in the, I gotta do this thing. This is the thing I'm going to do. It's going to change a lot of things. It's going to change multiple things. The devil's in the details right here, right? That's why you're into all the details. That's why there's a strategy. It's not going to just affect one thing. It's going to affect multiple things in your life when you do whatever this thing is. When you decide to sail forward in your life. When you decide to pull up anchor on something. So let's say, for instance, you can't stand working for this company anymore. Well, that means you got to give back the leased car, which means now you got to afford a new car payment, which means you can't afford where you're living, so you might have to move, downsize a little. You know, your kids might have to change schools. I mean, there's a lot of knock-on effects from whatever this one thing is that you're done with, right? And so you have the magenta dragon. Enables you to bring forward your soul wisdom. Your soul star is being activated. Your soul star is about 6 to 12 inches above your crown chakra. It is where you connect in with your higher self. And so when it says to bring forward your soul wisdom, that's where it comes from. But you see how pink it is? It comes through the heart space, right? The secrets that you have locked in here, this is where you connect in. And you have the air and water dragon. And the air and water dragon, I want to say, you know, there's the strategy, but there's a need to choose based on what you emotionally feel calm about. Like, I feel like there's a calmness to the waters. Like, the waters have been turbulent, but once the decision has been made, right? This anchor is down in some turbulent looking waters, right? But talking about air and water, we got this ship that's sailing through the air, not the water. And so it's almost as though you rise above the turbulent waters, and in their smooth sailing, in the knowledge and the wisdom that this choice is the best thing for you right now. It really is. And so sometimes we make really tough decisions in life, and we can see there's going to be a lot going with it. But, you know, we just know in our heart of hearts that it's really the only choice. It's the only thing that resonates. I will give you a for instance. One of my children gave me an ultimatum. The ultimatum came with, he was coerced into this ultimatum, but he still made it. He did it to make his life feel calmer. And a lot of my friends were like, can't you just go along to get along? And I couldn't. I was also very calm in my decision that I knew if I gave in on that, then more would be asked, and more would be asked, and I would be lost. Like, I would lose me jumping through hoops. And I knew I couldn't do it. And did it really have a lot of knock-on effects and make life really difficult for a number of years? The answer is yes, it absolutely 100% did. But I know I'd do it again. 100% I would do it again. For me, it was the only thing I could do. And I'm very comfortable with my decision. And I believe he is more or less comfortable with his. And so, you know, I hope so anyways, because it really sucks if he isn't comfortable with it. But there are times when we have to make the hard choices and go through the gauntlet. But this calm, this willingness to, this confidence that this is a battle worth fighting, and because it's a battle for your soul. That's what this feels like. It's a battle for your soul. The soul of who you are. This is reclaiming your power. And I want to say it will not necessarily be easy, but I don't think that's going to bother you. Because I think you're going to know at the very core of your being that it was the only choice really available to you. So, enables you to bring forward your soul wisdom, awaken your soul memories, higher spiritual understanding, prepare for accelerated ascension. The air and water dragon says helps you to connect to higher frequencies, trust your intuition, develop your psychic abilities, be open to enlightenment, and express your inner song, your inner truth. What is true for you? That's all that really matters right now. What is true for you? And other people's opinions, while they may be very well meant, in the long run, what do you want? That's what matters. Wow. Are you kidding me right now? Okay. Look at this. You have the boat. and it's in the air. It says, I am in flow with the universe. You are in flow with the universe. You are moving toward your divine destiny, toward your soul. You're coming home to yourself. And there's this doorway. It says, embracing the future. I step into the future with an open heart, right? There's a need for you to open up your heart to what is really important to you, what is of value to you, what means the most to you, right? This vision of life beyond death, this is this doorway here. You know that at the conclusion of this cycle, there's something so much bigger and better waiting for you. And the doorway, the bridging, the period in between, that may take some strategy. It's certainly going to take a lot of courage. But I think sometimes we just have to go. No matter what, it's time to go. So, wow, of course. Powerful month ahead for you with all these eclipses and these changes. So I will do another video for the eclipse in Taurus. If you want to make sure that you see it, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell. I'm not putting out as many videos as usual, so I'm going to guess that YouTube will stop showing them as an option to people along the way. So make sure you're subscribed and that you hit that notification bell so that you'll know when that is uploaded. You can catch me over on Facebook. I do astrology readings over there every day. I pull cards for it, and we talk about what's going on. So I'd love to have you join me over there, and also over there I post when I upload the videos over here. So 2 ways to catch up. Thanks for hitting the thumbs up. Leave me a comment. That's how you get in the drawing for the free monthly reading. Right now I've already got the October. I actually did 2 this month. And then, so I'm working toward November, but what I see this month will be what I pull out for November. So if you'd like a free reading with all these changes, it might be a really great time to leave me a comment. All right, you guys take great care. I'll talk to you again soon.